Courtney. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
Why don't you start by introducing yourself and the organization that you work for?
Sure. My name is Courtney Perkins, and I am the executive director of Prescott Park Arts Festival in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Excellent. And how did you first get involved with Prescott Park?
So I'm actually a transplant from Chicago. I took the job in June of 2020. A interesting time to
Yeah.
transition across the country during COVID. But what drew me to the festival was, I think, what makes it incredibly special. I had this long-standing question, how does this organization make their financial model work? Because they are a suggested donation only arts organization, which is very rare given the quality of what the festival puts on stage. And I was looking to make a move from one incredibly special arts organization to another. I didn't just want another job. I wanted to move to another organization that had a lot of impact in its community. And this was just it. There was nothing else like it. And so even during COVID, it drew me to Portsmouth.
That's amazing. So I know you have a ton of great acts and organ and things that come through Prescott
Mhm.
Park. Can you talk specifically about what you offer to kids and why you guys decided to partner with Key Collective?
Sure. So the festival as a whole is family friendly. So we're a 10-week festival that runs in the summertime from mid-June to Labor Day weekend. We offer concerts with national touring acts as well as incredible local talent. And we do a full-scale professional musical as well as host community performing arts organizations on the stage. And one of the things I love the most is we have an incredibly robust camp program that has tripled in size since I came on board. It's called Camp Encore, and it is a camp dedicated to musical theater, but really more specifically to helping kids find their voice and their space amongst their peers. It's a special thing that you get to do professionally when you can plant seeds with kids that will carry them throughout their life. Certainly my personal experience. So we love camp, and that is reaching as many kids as possible was sort of the main reason we partnered with y'all because you have access to kids that we want to attend our camp, right? Um, the festival's mission is to make sure that everyone has access to the arts. We often say everyone has a home here, and that doesn't just pertain to the concerts and the musical. It certainly is part of Camp Encore. And part of what we realize about ourselves is we're good at what we do, but in terms of tapping into the communities that we want to reach, we reach out to our partners who are already serving those communities to make sure we're speaking to the right people in the right ways. And Key Collective was just naturally made for doing this kind of thing. And so it's been a great partnership, really fruitful and fulfilling for the festival.
That's so great to hear because we do have a lot of sports partners or
Mhm.
camps that are kind of just general summer camps, but we don't have a
Mhm.
lot for that kid who wants to try being on stage or who did a school play and wants to continue that. So we love
Yep.
having this partnership because it's something unique and we know the growth that can happen from working together as a cast and a crew
Mhm.
and then also performing on stage and having that reliability and dedication to the craft to be able to then put on a show that's open to the public, right? Like anyone can come
Yep.
to the shows. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what a unique and potentially life-changing experience for these kids.
Agreed. And the amazing thing about a musical theater camp is that not a lot of the kids, a small percentage of the kids discover they actually don't like being on stage. That's not their thing. And the thing that this is sort of the spirit of the festival is we're flexible, right? We meet our people where they are. And so if we have a kiddo that doesn't want to be on stage, they do the warm-ups and they're like, yeah, this is not for me, which happens, right? They can then become a stage manager. They can do costumes, they can do scenic design. It is really like when we say finding their voice, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to find their, musical theater voice and that's going to be it for them. They may say, like, that is not my voice, but behind the scenes is my voice. And so I've seen kids really feel frustrated and sad that, like, oh, musical theater isn't for them, and then completely elevated by the fact that, oh, there's other opportunities. There's people that have careers that make theater happen, but they're not on stage. That's something I came to the arts professionally later in life because I didn't have any model for people, on the administrative side of the arts. I thought I have to either be a painter or a musician, and I was not good at either, but I knew that I loved the arts. I had been going to museums and art shows since I was, a kid. My parents were very committed to that, but I didn't see that modeled for me. And so that's why I think this camp is special because there's a spot for anyone, right? Like in tons of different ways. You're creative, but you don't want to be on stage. You can do costumes, scenic design, whatever you like. So it's a good thing.
It's a different kind of team, right? Than we're used to the typical
1,000%.
definition of team, but that it takes
It
the
is.
whole team to put on the production.
Absolutely, absolutely. Your backstage crew is just as important as what's on stage, and I would say any actor will tell you the sound person, the lighting person will make you sound good, look good, or not,
Yep.
right? If they're not talented, or backstage crew when you need to do a quick costume change, you want good people all around you, and that, from stage to everywhere else. So yeah, absolutely a team for sure.
So you've been partnering with Key Collective for a number of years,
hmm
and you've had quite a few kids go through the program. So do you have any stories about particular kids who you saw grow or really benefit from being able to access this scholarship that they maybe wouldn't have known that they could without the Key Collective?
Sometimes I feel like people don't think it's real, right? They're like, is it, I can really do it with a full scholarship? And so I think that there is a surprise that comes with that and an excitement. So I will say it's grown over the years. This year was we've had the most participation through the Key Collective kiddos, which we're really excited about. And as you said, our camp shows are open to the public. They're on the festival stage. We're in a park, so we have no walls, so anyone can have access. And the quality of what goes on stage really does attract people that are just coming through the park to hang out in the park. And so we see about 1,000, 1,500 people at camp shows, which is pretty amazing considering the ages 6 to 17, and you're pulling that many people in the audience. So definitely not all families. And last summer, I attended one of the shows, and a mom came up to me and said, "I just want to thank you all for participating with Key Collective. My kid got to participate in camp when I definitely would not have been able to afford it. I'm a single mom, but I knew that this would be the right thing for them." And the camper had an amazing time, and the mom was just really happy that this was an opportunity that existed in our community and that her camper could participate. And, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Like that's all the payment you need, right? You're making a difference in the lives of kids, and, that's a privilege to be able to do that in the arts for sure.
Yes, totally. And that's the stories that we love to hear, we want to
Yep.
hear. We don't always hear because we do want these families to be able to remain anonymous if they want to,
Yes.
but if they feel
Yep.
comfortable sharing that, I think
hmm
that's incredible because
hmm
hopefully that kid comes back next year and tells
I
another friend and and
Yes.
it just
Yes.
grows from there. So
Yep.
that's so great to hear.
Yep. Yep. Definitely. Definitely. That's the idea. Planting seeds.
Yes. So is there anything else you want to add about your organization or anything else that you guys have coming up in the future?
Sure. So, as I said, camp has grown. It's tripled in size since 2021, and it has been part of our strategic plan to continue to expand camp. There is just this endless appetite. We sold out our camp sessions in 24 hours last year to the point where we had a waiting list of another whole camp. So we added a double session, which was insane but amazing. And so we are expanding for the first time outside of the summer footprint. And we have a holiday camp that actually begins today. And it will have a set of public performances. So it's a 2-week camp after school. We'll have a set of public performances that are fundraisers for Camp ENCORE, and it's called the Jingle Bell Jubilee, and it'll be held at the Dance Hall in Kittery. We have three shows, December 12th, Friday night, and these are great for kids, right? It's in and out, so it's 90 minutes or less, so you can bring your kiddos and get them to bed on time. A matinee show on the 13th at 2 p.m., and then another evening show Saturday at 7 p.m., and again at the dance hall in Kittery, and every single bit of it will go towards Camp Encore next year, which is we're really excited about.
That's so great. I'm so glad to hear that so many kids want to do this. That's
Yeah. Yep.
incredible that you had a whole nother
I
plan.
know.
It's
I know. It
amazing.
was awesome. It was awesome. And
It's
for
so
the
great to
Jingle Bell
see.
Jubilee, it's same idea, right? It's a fundraiser, but the price point is totally accessible. Kids' tickets are $12, right? And again, as the festival, we are sharing complimentary tickets with our families in need partners so that if you don't have the capacity to pay that ticket price, you just reach out to us and we'll have you as our guest. It's just important for us that the room is full, people feel joy and we're all together at the holidays. So, we're very excited.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for your time today and good luck with the Jubilee.
And thank you for all that you guys do for sure. It's really important in this community. Thank you.
Thank you.